Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sequoia Project podcast, the podcast dedicated to talk about the ins, outs, ups, and downs of business. My name is Kobe, and I'm joined here by my co-host, Dale. What the fuck were you doing?
Hello, everyone. I was excited to see everyone again.
Were you, like, rolling your finger?
No, that was waving.
You went blurry.
Excited waving. Yeah, because Riverside, if Riverside's listening to this, like, you allow us to host this, so that's good. But sometimes you suck. You suck so bad sometimes.
Thank you,
So,
but you suck.
I don't know if Riverside's watching this, but just be
Probably
better
not.
sometimes. Anyway, yeah, we get like, I don't know. Did I say we had like 30 subscribers the other day? I was like, mate, that's crazy that 30 people sit around listening to us.
Yeah, people actually listen to us.
That's good.
On social media, which is great, because today we're going to be talking about social media, how Dale uses it, because he's recently just jumped into it, and he's learning like an old man.
Breaking news. Dale Meyer is on social media for the first time in a decade.
He is, and he's learning the basics at his ripe age of being in his 30s, which is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to touch base on a little bit of social media, kind of my strategy after avoiding it, probably, and a good thing of like why I've been avoiding it for the last 10 years. And this is what we're talking about is my personal social media. Like I don't do, like we've got people who have run ads and stuff like that for businesses that we've run before and done all that stuff. But this is my personal, it's me actually moving the mouse. I've never done that before. So we'll jump into why I haven't done it and what I think of social media on a personal front. And then we'll talk about, how the systems and stuff that we use to implement it in the business and kind of my strategy going forward. And then probably Kobe just giving me a bunch of shit about being old. That's probably about the episode. We'll finish off with the balance sheet, which is a revived segment that we did like, I don't even know, 10 weeks ago.
Yeah, segment's kind of died.
Yeah, we just kind of ran into it and run out of it. But if you like it, we're going to do a segment called the balance sheet. Yeah, it's our job. This is what we do. But yeah, if you love it, tell us and we'll keep doing it. And if you hate it, don't tell us because we don't want negative. No, our policy is no negative feedback.
If you hate it, tell us and we're still going to do it because we don't listen. Yeah. Because it's our show.
Yeah, we'll do what you want. Yeah. So, all right, where do we want to start with, bro?
I think it's really, let's go why you avoided it, because I think it's really interesting that my entire business has been built around social media, being a photographer and whatnot, whereas you have built your past 7 years not doing a lot of social media, and now you've kind of recently seen that you're jumping into social media. So sort of, let's go why you weren't doing it, and now what you've seen kind of now that you are doing it.
Yeah, cool. So up front, I've only been doing it about a month, and like Facebook was the last thing that I did it on, and that's only been not even a week. So why I didn't do it, why I didn't adopt it 10 years ago, or like, just basically ever, was when it came, when it was like a big thing. MySpace came out, Facebook came out, everything like that. I was in school, and I was looking at how. Shut up. I am old enough to know about MySpace. The fact that you're laughing means you know about MySpace.
Yeah, what song was your anthem, 20. Dale?
I actually have no idea. I didn't even use that back then. But anyway, the whole thing was I was kind of watching how it was unfolding, and I was like, oh, well, all I could see people were doing was looking for exterior gratification in their own lives. Like that's what I could see. You post a status, you hope people like it, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I could see as a tool how this would be helpful, connecting with people, across the world and all that kind of stuff on the internet. I could absolutely see how it'd be helpful. But then like the first few years that it was out, like I noticed that people just, got bullied on it and stuff like that. And I was kind of just like, what's the point of like coming home from school? Because I was at school. So that was the whole world at the time. I was like, what's the point of coming home and having to talk to everyone you don't want to talk to at school in your house? So I was like, I'm not really a massive fan of this. So then, as I kind of got older, I just, that view, as I saw the world using it and stuff like that, I was like, it kind of just felt like if everyone had training on how to use it well, it could be the best tool that was ever invented. But no one had that training. It was kind of like, hey, if you've got an email and you can type 6 letters, we'll let you have a Facebook, or we'll let you have a whatever. And then you just do whatever you want on there. And that to me was just like, it seemed like a dangerous use of it. And that's how, 90% of the population were using it. So I was like, that's not a game. That's not a game that I want to play. You're going to get on there and chances are anything you do is going to be corrupted by this system of exterior validation, posting fake stuff so people think you're more successful than you are, or more beautiful than you are. And I just kind of thought the whole thing had the potential to be great, but wasn't being used in the best way, so I avoided it. And I always give this analogy: it's like giving a monkey a chainsaw. Like the chainsaw is a fantastic tool. It's brilliant. It can do a lot of things. If you give it to someone who has no idea what to do with it, it's dangerous. It's dangerous as hell. And I
Yeah.
think we've seen that over the last 2 decades that social media has been around. There's a lot of mental health stuff. There's a lot of just we've been using it poorly since
Yeah.
its inception. So I just stayed away from it. Personal preference. I was just like, what's the point of jumping in and using a tool where I know most of the people are using it incorrectly? Then business came around, and I was like, this is one of the best tools you can use for business, because if I was going to set up an event where I was going to put 10,000 people in a room, and the chances that they would listen to me would be fairly high, that would cost $100,000 to put that event on. Like, it would cost so much money to put that on for 10,000 people. But on Facebook, you can go into a group that has 70,000 people, and you go, hey guys, I like dogs. I've got this thing that I want to sell for dogs. Bang. And 70,000 people have a chance of seeing that. So probably one of the biggest leverage tools ever invented for business, which is what I liked about it, but I still didn't like it enough for me to personally get on there and start doing it. What changed was that Sequoia Project has helped 1,000 people. Oh, well, just almost 1,100 now. Oh, actually a little over 1,100 now. But we want to grow that. That was in 2.5 years. We want to grow that to 5,000 in the next 2.5 years. So we want to do 4 times the amount we've done in the next 2.5 years. So it's time to start using the tool. That's basically where we're at. Word of mouth has got us 1,000, which is great. And a lot of businesses would say, dude, 1,000 through word of mouth, just keep doing that. I understand, but we've got a short timeline and a big goal. So we're diving into social media. So that's why I didn't use it. Any notes on that, youngster?
Youngster. It's interesting what you say about like how it was used, because if anyone's in Australia, they'll know that like a social media ban came in for people, I think it was 16 and under. And with you saying like the bullying and all that sort of stuff, like the cyberbullying and everything was such a massive thing. And they had me talk on it on like the ABC radio. They talked on like what my thoughts were personally with it, because obviously being a photographer, everything's very social media based. And honestly, like, to be fair, it's just kind of like this cesspool of just bullshit at the moment, unless you're using it properly. Like, I could go through and send you so many stupid reels. And that's just like, I mean, I personally spend a large amount of my time, like downtime, just scrolling through like TikTok or Instagram or anything like that. But I've gotten to the point now that a lot of what I scroll through is a lot of other business content. So a lot of other photographers, and seeing like how they're presenting their social media, and everything. But there's like this whole series of Instagram where there's just people like actually just fucking dying on there. And it's just like completely, right? It's just completely like unfiltered. There's just like genuine, just messed up shit. I mean, like, don't even get me started on anything that's on Twitter or like X now. That's gone downhill since, not that it was ever great, but that's gone downhill since like Elon Musk bought it and everything. Yeah. But it's just because, like you said, it's in the hands of so many of the wrong people that there's just so much shit on there. But for me, it's been great. Like, using it for my business. I mean, like, we got the TikTok that has over 500,000 views now, and it started to get some people coming into the page and everything. So using it like that, being as a creative, social media is so important for me. But for you, I mean, if someone like in fucking building, like, what are you going to do? Post a photo of someone's trash when you first started and be like,
100%.
This is trash. Like,
yeah, this is a picture of junk. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to grab that, like, there's only so much you could have done back then, especially when people are still learning how to use it. But I think it's so impressive what you built to only start using it now. And I think watching your learning process is so fun. I'm having a blast. Like, you texting me asking what hashtags do was so funny to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Grandpa, let me teach you. Let me teach you a thing or two. This is why I handle the social media for the Sequoia Project podcast. Like,
yeah.
If I left it all up to you.
Say that. Oh, bro, this wouldn't happen. This wouldn't even be on YouTube. This would be like on some backwards back letter thing that I found when I searched where to post videos. Yeah.
What is the podcast?
Yeah, no, it is that bad. I just have spent no time on it. Didn't really care to learn it or anything like that. And I think if we go even like deeper into what Kobe was saying about, how people can, like, there's that much crap out there. I feel like in an economy sense, like, because we're talking about it as a tool for business, in
Mm.
an economy sense, we've got this weird thing where you've got people who don't talk, they don't add any value to people's lives. They just do a little dance on TikTok, and we're paying them like, economically, they're making $70 million a year,
It's
um,
insane.
bec- because of the amount of followers they have. But then you have other people who are doing genuinely good stuff on TikTok. Like, there's people out there helping veterans. There's people out there, helping the poor, helping, and they're getting no money on TikTok because it's not a dance, and that's what we value as a society. Like, that's what we want to spend our watch hours on, is watching some 12-year-old do a dance from Fortnite, rather than being like, hey, well, shouldn't we be rewarding the people who are doing hard work in our society? So that's another reason why I didn't like it. And like entertainment, I understand people want to be entertained because we're all busy and we all want to sit down and unwind at the end of the
Yeah.
day. But I think it would be good now, like, as my strategy of TikTok, oh well, not even TikTok, but just social media in general. But my strategy would be, how do we make good information interesting or entertaining, so
Oh my
that
god, please
people
start
want
giving
to watch that?
information while doing dances.
Oh, mate, I'll just do a TikTok. I'll do a TikTok dance while I'm just like, all right, if you're not doing these 5 things, this is why you're not making money.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I want to see you dance.
Yeah. I can move, bro.
Yeah, I've seen the video of you at that wedding that you posted and you're hitting a little boogie.
Oh yeah, did you like that? I was pretty
I
drunk.
did.
Um, anyway, back to social media. So yeah, that's what I think would be an interesting. That's what enticed me kind of into it. It's like, I haven't been doing social media because I don't like it as a whole. But what if I just did it in a way that I like? Then I would be interested in doing it a lot more. So that's kind of where we're at. That's where we're at. We're about a month in. We've written some posts. I'm yet to do any video stuff. I'm going to be doing that shortly.
He said for
And
the
then
past year.
yeah. Well, I mean, it took a
Fuck.
year for us to do the podcast. Kobe asked me every month for a year to do a podcast, and that took a year to get up and going. So yeah,
Yeah.
mate, by next August we should have tons of video.
We should start the first video there.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Um,
it's with you talking about some of the stuff I'm making it interesting and what people actually want to watch. It's really interesting because with social media now, it's the fucking people's attention span is gone.
Mm.
Like if you the whole thing, you need to be like captured in the first 3 seconds, and like I'm awful with like ADHD and all that sort of stuff. I my attention span's gone. It was gone. I was doing from the start pretty much, but I can't sit there and watch like a full like 3-minute video, let alone like a 30-minute video, unless every single part is interesting. Like I've sat there and listened to our own podcast, but that's because it's us, and I'm like, we're funny as fuck. We know what we're doing. God,
we are hilarious.
I just do it when I miss your voice, to be honest. But
So that's where all our views have come from.
yeah,
Just
they're all
watching every
actually me.
podcast.
I'm like, oh, Dale
Yeah.
hasn't spoken to me today. Could have done with a voice message, but he's only sent me a text, so I'll listen to the
Yeah.
podcast. But then it's just like, if someone sends me a video, they're like, "Oh, watch this," even if it's like TikTok. If I'm not like amused by it slightly in the first like 10 seconds, like I'm not watching a full minute of this shit. Even ads, anyone watching YouTube and they get given like a 30-second ad, they're like, this is the worst thing ever, I can't skip it. And it's 30 seconds. Like realistically,
Yeah.
it's not that long, but everyone complains about it. So it's just completely destroyed the overall attention span of people. And it's so stupid because we've put together so much of like a social media strategy for like CE Media, and the one thing that popped off was a video of me looking at cows while shooting a wedding. Everything that actually had genuine thought into it, and it was one video of me looking at cows, and everyone's like, this is fucking top tier. This is
500,000
peak
views.
social media. 500,000. Social media is just messed up. Why, like, out of everything that was genuinely thought through, and here's how we're going to do something, here's genuine information that can, like, help you plan a wedding, the cows are the things that win. And I didn't even talk in it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just subtitles on the screen.
It's it's very interesting, the stuff that you see. It's like this weird that most of the people who scroll TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that have like this satire, attention span. It's like, oh, the cows aren't trying to get views. Well, pay attention to the cows. But anything that you do, like even if you stand in front of the camera, and you're like, hey, this is the stuff you need to have organized for your wedding photographer, which is super valuable. They're just like, nah, dog, show us the cows. like,
Show us the
like
cows.
it's so funny to see where the human condition is at in terms of what we value in our attention. It's hilarious. But I think also the pool is so big. Yeah, I don't know what the stat is, but it's insane how many hours of like YouTube videos and TikTok videos get uploaded every day.
Mm.
Um, it's kind of like what I can imagine it would be like is like if, let's say, you walked in a food court with 150 restaurants and all of them had samples at the front. Like you might walk into the room and be like, oh yeah, I feel like a steak. And then you see all the samples and you're like, whoa, I can have I can have everything. And you try all of the samples before you went to the restaurant. That's kind of like what social media is like. It's like, I'm going to make the decision to spend my time on TikTok. I don't know what exactly I want to watch, but I'm just going to get all these samples. And that's the
Mm.
3-second window where you go, that's boring. That's boring. That's boring. Oh, here's something that I was looking for. So the customer makes a decision. I'm going to spend time on TikTok because you have to open the app and stuff like that. It's not like your phone just grabs you and like, it's like, look at me, you bastard. You have to actually do it. But so you choose what you're going to look at. And then you basically just go, I'm open to the samples to find what I actually want. And that's
Yeah.
why you'll spend 2 hours. You might spend 2 hours on TikTok, but only 30 to 40 minutes of that would be watching content you actually wanted to watch.
Yeah.
It's just samples. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that like we'll commit to being like, I'm not actually going to direct how I spend my time. I'm just going to be suggested to what I would, and that's like the suggested for yous and whatever comes up. I just
Mm.
find that hilarious. It's like, I know I'm going to spend my time doing this. I don't know what's going to come up, but I'm happy. I'm happy to see it all. Happy to give
And
it
then
all a
that's
1 second chance.
yeah, and then that's how people end up buying stuff too. They can scroll across something and they'll go, "Oh, I didn't know I want this." And then they've seen it
Mm,
for like fucking 5 seconds. Then because you're on your phone, you can go buy something from Amazon because someone's just
yeah.
recommended a product to you that looked cool,
Hmm. Yep.
and then bam, social media
Yeah.
is
You're done.
insane.
It is. It's crazy. Like how convenient watching and being entertained and shopping is now is crazy. And like the thing is with it, like what we want to do is we don't even want to use it as like a sales platform as much. Like none of the stuff that I write is about, oh, like join the Sequoia Project. What we want to do is get the information to the customer before they hear before they care about who we are. That's
Yeah,
kind of our thing. Because if they've seen 20 videos of me explaining something or even us explaining something on the podcast or whatever, and they're like, oh, these guys know their stuff, and then they decide to start a business, there's probably only one place they're going to go. But yeah, like I actually don't see any value. Very similar to like the cow video. It's like the whole thing is about awesome wedding photography. Here we are shooting at an awesome location. Everyone's having a great time. The thing that they took away from that was the cows. So
yeah,
it's it's the same kind of deal as that. Is like if you watch, if you just constantly go, hey, this is why my stuff's great. You need to buy my stuff. They're going to be looking for the cows in that post. Where's the cows
yeah.
in that post? And that's kind of like what we're looking to do is do something that's entertaining, something that's informative, but it's like this is super easy to learn something from, and then just go ahead and go away.
Have you found since doing social media that it started to get like? I mean, if anyone follows the Instagram too, you'll see some of Dale's posts on there because we've got
Mm.
them going across. But have you found that it's helped since starting compared to like
Not
where
not
you were
not
at, I
so
guess?
much. Yeah, not so much like in any meaningful way because we get recommendations word of mouth every day. Like
Mm.
so, it's not like I'm like, oh damn, like we get 25% of our inbound from social media. It's not that big at the moment. I think there's like less than 100 people across all of the platforms. But
Yeah.
at the moment, what we're doing basically is just establishing a base. So if someone went, oh, who's this Dale guy? They click on my whatever, and that would come up with like the story of where I was at to where I am now, and they could just kind of follow along with that and be like, "Oh, okay, so this guy knows his stuff. Look at all the stuff, the lessons he's been through. Look at all the mistakes he's made." Um, so it's more so just kind of qualifying the people who are reading it to what we
Mm.
actually do at the moment. But yeah, it's all just story based, and like yeah, when we get through the story, and there's a lot when you break it down, there's a lot of story to go in the last 7 years.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, we get through that, and then we'll just start doing random value bits and like exactly what we wanted to do. like we have a Facebook, we have a group that we talk about on the end of the podcast all the time. If you need your questions asked, we're going to switch that over from school to Facebook because we notice just people's behavior. They don't log into school every day, but they do
Yeah.
log into Facebook. So we are going to switch it over from school to Facebook. It's going to be absolutely free. And the whole thing of that is like submit your questions and I'll answer them live. I'll answer a question or a couple of questions a day live. So if Kobe sent in a question, I'd be like, hey, Kobe, put his question at the top of the screen. Hey, this, and this. And that just perpetuates more information done in an environment that people like to be at. So they can just go hit the notifications on the top. And be like, oh, someone replied to that question. There you go. So
Yeah.
I think making good content convenient is another thing, and like having your audience in a targeted section.
100%.
You might only need an audience of 100, and if they love what you do, then you won't need a bigger audience of that.
No. I think like something that everyone's asked me, like if I ever was to talk about you, they'll be like, oh, like I'll Google this guy and see what he's all about. I'm like, don't. Like you can't find anything. Like he's not out there. But
now
now
you can. Well, now you can. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny now. Like I had a friend of mine. He was just like, oh, dude, like I posted something on Facebook. I haven't spoken to him in years, maybe 6 years. I posted something on Facebook for the first time in 10 years. And he's like, dude, he's like, what the hell? He's like, you've been doing so much. Like, you only just started when I last spoke to you. I was like, yeah, it's been pretty busy. And then he's like, I typed in the Sequoia Project, like after you, like Dale Meyer, the Sequoia Project, it came up with all this stuff. I saw your website and everything on there. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That's what happens when you actually put yourself out there. People can find out who you are and what you do. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's what I've said to anyone that talks to me. They'll be like, oh, I saw your podcast that you have with like Dale. And I was like, oh, yeah, you can see that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
The fact that people can search up my name and they'll see like the interviews where I was on like the news, or they can see my business now, and now they can see the podcast and everything. I'm like, oh, that fucking sucks. And there was someone that I talked to that I went to school with the other day. I just saw her in a store and she was like, oh, like, what do you do now? I was like, oh, I'm a wedding photographer. She's like, yeah, I've seen so much of your stuff. Like, is that what you do? Like, you just work full time? I was like, yeah. Like, oh, I didn't know that that's like anything you're even interested in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so weird.
It is funny, dude.
Especially when you don't talk to people and you're just like doing things now. And like, if anyone that owns their own business knows that there's a fucking fly, knows that if you're sitting there, like if you're doing your own business, you're not really telling everyone everything unless they're going to probably be one of your possible clients. So for me, I'm not talking to a single friend being like, I'm a wedding photographer. Need a hand with that? Like, there's no benefit unless they just happen to stumble across the fact that that's what I'm doing. So it's weird. Business is strange, especially with social media, and people can just find you now, which I think that you have to kind of be careful what you put out there because everything is out there now. So everybody cancel Dale now that he's on there.
Yeah, cancel, get me out of here. Actually, the funny thing is that even people that would love to cancel me would be like, "There's no point. He's got like 19 followers. Like, who cares?" but I think the big thing about that is to like the transition from like I'm an inherently very private person. Like I like to keep everything behind. Like even the last 7 years, like Kobe said, you wouldn't be able to find anything on me unless I wanted you to find it because I intentionally didn't release anything. Much happier to play in the background. And then it's just now that the goals are what they are, that it's like, well, what would you rather? Like, would you rather help 5,000 people or would you rather just stay private? Like, then to me, the latter is not as important if it means I can walk away here in 2.5 years or 3 years and be like, all right, cool, I've made a significant impact on the world. So, just fuck it.
So in the description is Dale's full legal name plus his address.
We'll share my birth certificate up there.
Now that he's not being private, you can find everything about him, his entire family, everything you want, just down there in the description.
Yeah, so it's an interesting process, but I think, it's stupid. But I think, it's for the greater good, and like at whatever point in anyone's career, whoever's listening, even Kobe's career, like Kobe's already said to me, he's like, I'd love to just like be helping people. Like that's like, and I talk to so many business owners, like once I get this sorted, I'm going to help people that are just like me. and that's basically what I'm doing here and what we're doing with the Sequoia Project as well and this podcast. Um, I think it's just getting more opportunity to help more people, and like
Yeah.
at some point you can't help if your goal is to help 100,000 people. Good luck doing that without anyone knowing who you are. Like unless you're
Yeah.
just going to provide funds to someone who is doing something. If you personally want to have the impact, then hey, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. I made some sacrifices to get here, some of which I never thought I would make ever in my life previously. But when the goal is worth it, you make the sacrifice.
You sacrificed your sanity and now you sit with me every Monday for an hour or so.
Yeah, I know. And
It's a big
every single
sacrifice
day of my life outside of that, getting
for the
messages from you.
past
Anyway,
fucking 2 years.
let's do the balance sheet real quick because what are we in?
Yes,
We're in like 25 minutes. Yeah. So balance
we are.
sheet, for anyone that doesn't remember, is a segment that we thought about a while ago. We haven't used it in ages, but it's basically we take what the normal standard is, what people say, and then we tell you how we do it to keep it balanced in our own life. So,
Hmm.
Mr. Kobe, how do you manage social media? What's your strategy for social media? The thing is, like, you got to post 200 videos a fucking minute, and you've got to have an editor that can, whatever, make you look like Ryan Gosling. What do you do to balance running the business, managing your personal life, and then running the social media as well?
Yeah, so I just scroll TikTok for about 3 hours every single day.
Mm,
I don't
beautiful.
manage it, no. When it comes to social media, I'm on it a lot, which sucks because I mean, there's so much shit on there, but I have to be on it a decent amount. But I also had the chance to be able to separate my personal stuff from my business stuff. So if I don't need to be on it for my business stuff, I'm not even like on that. So I'm out of that page. I'm logged into my personal stuff unless I get like a message or anything like that. But I kind of make the effort to be like, I'm not going to respond to business messages out at like 10 o'clock at night or anything.
Mm.
So I kind of set my boundaries around that when it comes to the business social media. Personal social media, that's whatever. If I'm winding down, I'm going to scroll through reels. I'm going to send them to everyone. I'm going to make sure that my best friend knows that I'm thinking of him with some stupid reel.
Yep.
But I allow it to be separated from business to personal, and I put my own boundaries on it. So I'm not going to be on there responding at 11 o'clock at night. I'm not going to be... I do sometimes post reels and that later at night. That's just if I have them. But yeah, boundaries. Setting your own boundaries makes it so much easier. Separating it from your personal life to your business life. Just keep it separate and understand that everything you see on social media is most likely not real. Especially when it comes to comparing yourself to other business owners.
Yeah.
You don't need to be posting every single day. You don't need to be fucking scrolling 50 times a day to make sure you find something that's going to go viral. You don't need to be doing anything like that because no one else actually is doing that sort of stuff as much as they make it seem like that online.
Yeah. I would say on the back of that one is if you don't have a time frame in mind, if you're not like, oh, I want to get to this many followers because if I have this package coming up that I want to sell to this audience in a month, just choose something that you can do consistently. So
Yeah.
if you're like, look, I could post once a day consistently. It takes, I got 15 minutes. I can do 15 minutes a day. That's fine. Then just do that and just do it for the next 2 years. You'll get to where you want to be. If you are like, oh shit, I've got a webinar built and I want to sell this product and I need to run out of stock before my next order, then condense it down and go, cool, I need to be doing 5 posts a day for the next month to promote my thing.
Yeah.
But just whatever you can do consistently. If you can't do it, like if you don't have a time frame on it or whatever it is, and you just go, oh, once every couple of days or once every whatever, that's absolutely fine. But your strategy needs to be, how can I work this into my life so it's not a burden and you're not going every day at 5 o'clock going, oh my God, I got to do 2 hours of social media. If you're gonna quit in a month and then nothing's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
factor it in so you can be consistent. My strategy at the moment is obviously we're very green, very new at this, but I like writing. I like doing everything in windows just during my day. And for whenever it comes to social media, I just have a 1 hour window, and I know I've built an engine basically that has the idea, like what part of my career it was in. Because like I said, we're doing a lot of story based stuff at the minute. And it has a cadence, so I never have to jump on and go, oh, what am I going to write about today? I've already got what part of the career I'm up to. I've already got what the captivating part of the story is and what was the lesson that we learned. And then I just go, cool, 5 minutes, bang, write the post. cool, that's it for today. If I write 6 posts in a row or 10 posts in a row, whatever I get done in that hour, that's my hour. So have a strategy and create like an engine or like something that helps you get that result very quickly, so that you're not constantly like dreading, like, oh, sitting there for 20 minutes going, what am I going to write about, or whatever it is, because
You're
you'll get
so
lost
bright
in the
right
sauce.
now.
I'm like, let's look at a little Jesus thing going on.
You're so majestic. And if you want to talk to Jesus and learn how to get a strategy that works along with you, then we have the Facebook group coming in now.
Don't say that. Don't say that shit on here, bro. I'll get a message in like a month and someone will be like, oh yeah, I just want to speak to Jesus. Don't do that.
It's a little funny though. Look at you glowing now.
I don't know what is going on. The sun's come out. So I'm just absolutely, bro, I'll get it close as I can.
But we're going into, as Dale mentioned, we're going to a Facebook group now instead of the school group. So
it's free.
If you want,
it's 100% free. Come on over.
If you have any questions,
ask some questions. Yep,
I'll
answer them live. You'll see my talking head. It's not even going to be text. It's going to be video. So Toby will say, "Hey Dale, how did you get so handsome?" I'll do a 30-minute video on my Korean skincare routine that I do every morning and every night, and then you'll have your answer.
Then YouTube will glow like him right now. I look so dark compared to you.
You do, my actually, God. Which is hilarious, because if anyone's seen the podcast Good or Evil or Good or Bad, he's the good person and I'm the bad person. But right now, it seems the other way around.
Because the sun's not out here in great Victoria,
man. I can't help you with that. Come to Queensland. It's always sunny.
Yeah, right. Can't wait to be hit with a hurricane. Always sunny. Last time I was in Queensland, it was wet the entire time, and that was like 2 months ago.
Don't go to North Queensland. That's where the cyclones are at.
And anyway, if you want to not get hit by a cyclone,
join the group. If you have a fear of cyclones, join the group. Ask how to not get hit by a cyclone. We'll jump on live, tell you how to do it.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for watching, everyone. That was useless. Thanks, everybody.